All right, there we go. Welcome, everybody. We are live for the lower bracket finals, the first ever one with best of 9 draft. First time with a draft format playing so many games in a series. And going to get this one underway. How you doing today, DK?
I'm doing all right. I'm feeling good to cast this very exciting match between these two excellent players.
Yep. This is their second time playing this season and their fifth time playing overall throughout the history of Marble Blast. In the regular season, it was a 3-0 sweep for Connie, or not Connie, for
Oh.
Frostfire. Connie kept the games very close, but Frostfire was just in general a little bit too quick for her, and that's kind of been a trend. If you look back to 2025 as well, where they met in the regular season Swiss as well as the playoffs. We do have a draft underway here, though, for game one, and it's got some pretty interesting maps in it, including Spires, one that I'm sure Connie would love to play.
Yeah, first ban from Frostfire is Bowl, one that Connie is kind of known for a little bit, but also Frostfire does have the server advantage right now. So
Yeah, absolutely. Connie definitely doesn't like Bowl lately, so I'm sure she's going to be happy to see Frost take that one away. I wouldn't be surprised if Frost bans Spires here, just because he did ban it in our series, the upper bracket finals, which definitely caught me by surprise. So I'm curious to see if he's going to do it again, because I do think Connie is better than I am at Spires. There is the element of server advantage, and yes, he will ban Spires, and so Connie's going to get her choice between Q-Bile and Tilo. Neither of these are really Connie maps, but I will say Q-Bile is going to be more punishing on the very high ping that is Hillsborough.
I would have to. I think we'd probably be going to Tilo if I had to guess, and that is indeed what the pick is going to be.
All right. And there are 6 people in here.
And uh,
Welcome, Canal.
yep, there it goes. Okay. All right, going to Tilo for our first match. For our first game. What are your thoughts on this game? Who do you think has a bit of an advantage on this one?
Yeah, Tila is a pretty classic map, but I can't say that really either of these players is known for this map or has an extensive history on it for that matter. Usually when I think of Tilo, I think of more players like Eguy and MBO that just have a lot of experience on it, had some very strong moments on it, but I can't really say either of those apply. So it's a map where you can be pretty quick, but there's also a decent element of strategy about where to camp. You really don't want to separate too much from your opponent, just given the two very split sides of the map. We are getting underway here, and it's a very far low value spawn.
Both of them opting for different routes to get there. Frostfire's chaining both of the gyrocopter and the super speed, but bounces off the ramp really high and is going to miss out on pretty much all of the gems.
I think Frostfire had a great idea there, but a little bit mis-executed when it came to actually timing the lines. Like, Connie's still being up here. I'm pretty happy to see this spawn. Another little bit of a good blast there by Connie, gonna knock Frostfire away, and we have our first blue of the match.
It's in the weird pocket area. See if either one's going to make it there.
Wow!
Connie, with the blast, is able to secure the blue all for herself.
Frostfire
Frostfire almost had a
he was
great
about to
rebound.
get that, but couldn't quite get there. Connie gonna get a great respawn here on the side of the wall. That's very smart from her.
Yeah, she did get blasted by Frostfire there, but very smart to hit the side of the wall to get the respawn up top.
1 minute in, it's a
quick
great start from Connie here. And has the super speed from the top, gonna be able to land on that yellow. Can't quite get the rebound though, so I think Frostfire ultimately will come out on the better, but nice blast again by Connie, knocking Frost away. Doesn't get the yellow though. They're gonna share that blast.
Blast Frostfire, but Frostfire rebounds very nicely into the yellow, and so they just about split that spawn.
Good blast prepped here by Connie, and it's going to be a good spawn for Connie as well. Oh, Frostfire falls. That's going to be a big spawn for Connie, getting both yellows. Frostfire getting nothing except prep for the next spawn here.
Yeah, that was a curious last red for Frostfire to go for. Really set him behind there.
Frostfire going to undershoot the blue, but so does Connie, and he's going to get the super jump to get up to blue. That was a huge window of opportunity there for Connie, but unfortunately squandered.
Frostfire kind of in awkward position here with just the gyrocopter. Connie's going to sweep through, get the red and the yellow there. Should land on this red here too, and she's going to win this spawn by 2 points.
Nice job
Still
using the
maintains a
blast
6-point lead.
to get up there. Going to be able to get another blast as well. So yeah, lead is at 5 right now. Frostfire overshooting a little bit. He looks a little bit out of character so far, warming up into this one. Didn't play any warm-up games, so we'll have to see if that continues.
Misses the first yellow. Frostfire's stuck on the ground with the gyrocopter though, so can't really route over towards that yellow.
Nice line by Connie. Wow, great super speed with the blast to perfectly get all 4 of those points and denied them from Frostfire as well. So now 14-point lead. Spawn is closer to Connie. We're halfway through this match and she's putting up a great showing.
So miss out on this yellow. Frostfire's going to get that one, but still gets the majority of the spawn, I believe. So
much better there from Frostfire. He's going to steal the yellow away from Connie, and this time Connie is the one that walks away with nothing. And going to use the blast just for one last red as well. But she's at the spawn.
Yeah, it sent Frostfire kind of down, almost fell into the tiny gaps that they have there, so that really put him in a bad position to get to the next spawn.
Connie going to respawn here with the Mega Marble, but gets a quite bad respawn. Still going to be able to have the time afforded to her to recover. Trying to look for a Mega on Frostfire. Not going to be able to find it, and she has the super speed for this. Couldn't quite get the Mega before it ran out. Frostfire going to blast her away. But still, 15-point lead is holding.
It'll be a pretty difficult to come back from if you're Frostfire, if you don't start seeing some blue spawns, maybe.
Missed yellow there by Connie is going to give a little something back on this spawn to Frostfire, and they are splitting up a little bit. That's going to be an easy blue for Frostfire. But wait!
He goes around
he
it!
He completely rebounds around it, and Connie with the blast to secure it. That is going to be game-defining play right there. That blue has gone to Connie both times, despite both of them being in the vicinity. And a win on Hillsborough would be massive for Connie here. They're both going to miss this blue again. Both of them seeming to have a lot of difficulty getting up here. Connie just needs to get enough of the rest of the spawn to have it not mean too much, and she will do that. Oh no.
Great gyrocopter and super speed chain from Frostfire while Connie is fumbling this entire spawn. So Frostfire brings it within 10 points now with 40 seconds to go.
Huge
but he hits
fumble
the
by
wall.
Frostfire. So many delicious yellows here that Connie's going to be able to pick up. Gets 2 out of 3, and they're going back towards the top part of the map. Both of them are very close to each other. Frostfire misses with the super speed, though.
He used it just a little bit too early and hits the top of the ramp and goes over both of the yellows. It's a very crucial mistake from Frostfire. A couple crucial mistakes from Frostfire in the last
misses the yellow.
Last minute here.
Yeah, both players looking a little bit out of sorts when it comes to actually executing spawn to spawn, but Connie has done enough, especially with the blast. I think she was excellent this game over Frostfire. And that's going to be a 10-point win on Tilo, crucially starting off with a win on Hillsborough. That is massive for Connie.
Absolutely. Very well played from her.
All right, we're going to go into our first 2-minute break here, and I want to bring Mistrox into this, who's been watching the game. What do you think were the crucial moments there that gave Connie the win in that map?
You kind of took the words out of my mouth, those blasts. Connie's blasts all throughout that game were exceptional. That little cubby blue that she blasted Frostfire away from the first time and Frostfire missed the second. I think that in of itself was the entire difference there. Those 2 moments, had they gone differently, had Frostfire shared that blue, we would have been looking at a tie. So if you want to point to any 1 or 2 moments, there are your moments. Connie with a very nice respawn abuse towards the start of the game. She's demonstrated that she has great awareness of how to use them in the last few series that she's played. I believe it was against Icarus, where she did a very, very nice respawn abuse on Vibrancy Ground. She's a very strong player in that regard. It looked like Connie was somewhat fumbling under nerves towards the end, which makes sense. You're on Hillsborough. You're about to win, and that is, as you say, massive for her chances in the series. But at the same time, Frostfire did look a little uncharacteristically inconsistent with the mechanics, and I think the moment where he made the game unrecoverable for himself was that committal of a super speed and then missing a couple yellows towards the end of the game in the upper section. I think at that point the game was lost for him, but the spawns afterwards would have made it not impossible for him anyway.
Yeah,
But
what do you think we need to see from Frostfire going forward to turn this around? Because that did look a little bit shaky from him without, I mean, as I said, without any warm-up games, just logging in and trying to play.
Yeah. The thing is, Frostfire is generally very, very mechanically consistent. I think we could probably consider this his warm-up game. I think as we proceed throughout this series, he's going to look a lot stronger in that regard. And we're absolutely going to be seeing more than 5 games this series. He'll have plenty of time to warm up and put on a better showing mechanically than he did this series.
Yeah. Let's look at the draft now for Game 2. We've got Gems Ahoy, Ziggurat, Apex, Vibrancy Grounds, and Sweep. I think there's a lot here that both players could be happy to play, especially with Ziggurat and Gems Ahoy seeing the door right away. What do you think we're ultimately going to end up with here?
Apex is almost a foregone conclusion here, but if you Frostfire here, you have to ban Vibrancy, and he will. We're going to Apex. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, Connie has a lot of great results on Apex and holds the solo hunt record for this one. So if I'm Frostfire and I'm trying to go to Divergence and my options are Vibrancy Grounds and Apex, that's not really a great hand to be dealt, trying to avoid going down 0-2 in the series to start this one off.
It's a bit exciting. I'll hand this back to you two then. This will be a good one.
Yeah. This was, I think, is going to be a really tough one for Frostfire, both on being on pink disadvantage and also Apex is, I believe, one of Connie's favorite maps. I know she has the single-player world record on it by quite a large margin. So, and obviously single-player doesn't always translate to multiplayer, but especially for maneuvering around the map on a map like this, I think it can be a pretty big advantage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, do you think we're going to see, a little bit of nerves continue here for both players? I mean, Connie just won an opening game on Frostfire, and she's only won one game against him in their last 3 series meeting, and it was on Hillsborough. Now we're going back to Divergence. Is the pressure going to start to get to her?
I think definitely as she continues to win more games in this series, the pressure is definitely get much higher. I think this one, the pressure's a little bit lower. Being on ping advantage helps a lot, and also having a map that you're very comfortable with will help a lot as well. So, but if she wins this one, I could definitely see the nerves being a factor in the next few games.
Yeah, I'm going to be keeping my eye on if we can see those blasts continue from Connie, because it definitely looked like Frostfire wasn't necessarily expecting that level of blast play from her. Immediate fumble by both players. Let's see who can get up here. And it's going to be both of them. Crucially, they're both able to make it after some very questionable start. Definitely a little bit of nerves there for both players.
Yeah, that was a very interesting start. Frostfire's going to route for 2 yellows on this spawn. Connie going over to grab the blast. Does not have a super speed. Is going to be able to pick this one up just before, but uses it and overshoots the blue.
Yeah, I think Connie was thinking too hard about how can she deny the blue from Frostfire and not enough about how she was going to get the blue herself. And so that left the door open for Frostfire. Connie wasn't able to quite make the blast work, and Frost able to take a great spawn or 2 there. And this one is going to be able to slow down the tempo for both players and really just give Frost all the time he wants to navigate and get in a good position.
Connie was kind of stuck in the ice pit a little bit there, but able to recover beautifully and gets both of the yellows in this spawn. It's now a 10-point game. Frostfire with the blast, but Connie picks up the super speed, so Frostfire's stuck without a power-up. He gets actually a super jump now, but...
Yeah, well landed by Connie there. Going to be able to get the majority of the yellows, but it's going to end up kind of being a wash of a spawn overall. They're going to reset. Connie with the super speed and the blast there does get a nice snipe on the blue to take that one. It completely erases the deficit to Frostfire, who's going to commit a super speed there to that yellow. So back within 3 points here, and it's a double blue right on top of Frostfire, but Connie able to share it. Let's see if we can get this blast. Connie gets both blues. Frostfire gets the rest of this one and is right in front of Connie. Frostfire going to overshoot that one, so Connie now takes the lead on Apex. And we're going to have a moment to slow down. Frostfire going to get this last red. It's another blue. Connie with the super jump, able to get the blue uncontested. Frostfire just a little bit too slow. The blues are coming left and right, and Connie is there for all of them. Up to a 6-point lead now.
Very fortunate sequence of blues for Connie, and it has the
Another.
default and should be able to get to this blue perfectly. Frostfire opted to go for the last red, and he really lost out a lot from that.
Yep, Connie almost got blasted off there by Frostfire. Denies the super speed. That could come in handy here. Frostfire going to fumble, hit the wall. Connie misses the blue too.
So does Connie.
But she gets it. She gets it alone. She's able to get the respawn, crucially, and that's also going to give her some time to get back here. It's another very good close spawn for Connie. Not sure if Frostfire has the blast, but this gyrocopter would be quite vulnerable. She is going to be knocked away, but it doesn't really equate to a whole lot. Lead is now 12 for Connie, and we are more than halfway through the map. They both missed the blue, but Connie stays up there. Very well done to stabilize by her, and you can see the blue is 9-3 for Connie, and that is the entire lead here. Let's see which player can get this. Frost not going to be able to make it, and Connie able to pick up the super jump. Almost fumbles that. A ton of nerves at play here. But she is doing exactly what she needs to hold this game close and maintain a pretty healthy lead so far. It can evaporate in a second on Apex, though.
We have a close spawn, and Frostfire picks up the blast. Should be able to get all these spawns. He doesn't go for the second yellow, but he still was going to win out on the spawn. Is spawned right next to him.
Yeah. Lead now down to 8, and this spawn is not worth a whole lot, so Connie will be very happy to see this. Nice super jump line over for both yellows, but Frost with a good blast to knock her away, so not really going to mean a whole lot. The game does slow down, though, which is exactly what you wanted for Connie. Frost's going to spend a blast there, which is really not going to do a whole lot. And he's going to super speed into a pole. Connie in a great position to scoop up this spawn.
Gets both of the yellows, and very crucially to kind of extend her lead.
Another
that
blue.
Just dropped low. So we have another blue.
Frostfire.
Connie.
Where are you going?
Yeah, Frostfire has definitely misread a couple of the blues in this game. Has fumbled a lot more on them than Connie, who's now up by 8 blues in this game.
And the spawn's
We
right
have
on top of
another
her.
blue.
Yeah, Frostfire had to make something happen just trying to pick up some of these last reds. But it's another blue. This time, Connie again has the super speed advantage. What are we witnessing? It's 13-3 on the blues. Connie has a 30-point lead on Apex.
Yeah, I think with that blue, that should just about be game. Even if Frostfire gets like 2 double blues in a row, it's not going to be enough for him to come back with just 30 seconds to go.
Frostfire knows this one's pretty much over. He has to pick up every single last red here, and Connie just doing a fantastic job of just being where she needs to, getting enough points on the spawn to make it unrecoverable. And with 15 seconds left, that's going to be it. Connie's going to go up 2-0 over Frostfire here. We'll be going back to Hillsborough, and Frostfire is going to need to show he's got something in the tank for this series.
Yeah, it seems like he still hasn't fully warmed up, misreading some things, making some mechanical errors. But wow, what a commanding win for Connie in this game.
Wow. All right. Mr. Ox, let's hear from you again. What happened?
Good question. Very good question. What happened there? I think that's the most blues I've ever seen ever on Apex. I think the main factor that really decided that was Frostfire played loose in a way that is reminiscent of his match against You Shadow in 2025 on Prophetic, picking up a lot of last reds in suboptimal positions, often putting a wall between him and most other spawns. And it didn't pay off for him most of the time. Connie was defaulting optimally. She was in the middle. She had the super speed ready. More often than not had a blast to her name. And because of Frostfire putting himself in these difficult positions, he's forced to go for incredibly hard lines. And he failed them more often than he otherwise would have because of that. I think he really, really needs to focus on the strategic element going forward in this series, because if he continues like this, my prediction about it being more than 5 games might just collapse. He cannot afford to be making it this hard against himself, especially against Connie, who today seems like she's in very, very good form.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's considering the strategy or really aggressive element of the game nearly as much as he was in the series against me, where he knew he would have to in order to contend. But I think Connie is bringing a level of play that he really didn't expect coming into it, and a level of play that she
Yeah.
hasn't brought against Frostfire in their previous meetings throughout tournaments.
Yeah. This is very, very surprising. And I really, I don't have words. That was a completely bonkers match.
Yeah, you can see on the graph just how many blue stripes there are, and almost all of them have the
God.
word Connie next to them.
Yeah, Connie, Jed, Connie. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It ran out. It actually didn't even list who got the last two. There were that many.
Yes, there were 16 blues, and I think they shared a couple of them too. So Connie was there for almost every single blue. I do want to pivot to the Game 3 draft here, though, because we are going to be back on Hillsborough, and a lot of these maps are very tiny and ping heavy. So I do feel like this is a splendid opportunity for Frostfire to really recover his footing in this series.
I'm good. I think I'm seeing Fractured Islands being picked here. I'm going to be honest.
You think we're going to get the first Fractured Islands of the tournament?
I think Connie up 2-0 feeling this confident. I think she might do it just for the bit.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it.
Cubile banned. Good ban by Frostfire. That's it, and Trium are probably the least ping dependent.
Yeah. I mean, Frostfire is very good at Triumvirate. So that's something I don't expect to see from Connie at all. So yeah, I think you're right that it is. We're going to get our first Fractured Islands of the tournament on her own map.
Unless Connie is feeling very bold with Triumvirate.
I think
she's typing.
I think there's almost no chance we see Triumvirate here.
Yeah.
Especially given her match against me in the regular season where Triumvirate was an option that she was worried about. I think Frostfire is even better than I am at it. So, yeah.
Oh my God, it's happening.
Fractured Islands.
It's happened. Here we go.
It's finally here.
It's Marble and Alone as the one map to not be played in the 2026 summer premiere. Fractured Islands is here in the penultimate match of the tournament.
How exciting is that? We'll see if that mood kind of changes during the match, and we see how the gameplay actually is on this map. But
yeah, I'm not sure really what to expect because ping is such a heavy element on this map, just given the amount of box spawns. But we've been seeing some technical errors from Frostfire, and we've also seen him not really put a lot of consideration to the aggression that Connie's brought. But it's not as easy as you would necessarily think to use blasts and megas on this map. They are not really in the main way that you're routing for a lot of the spawns. You can see in the picture that there is a mega towards the center, but the blasts are completely on the perimeter of the map. So you really have to go out of your way to get them, and I don't think Frostfire is going to allow that.
And same goes for the super speeds. The super speeds are also on the outside of the map and a lot more awkward to pick up. So,
yep. So I do think we're going to be seeing Frostfire come back in this series on this map, and if he doesn't, well, it might be time to wave the white flag if that happens. Just given,
things are going to be looking very bad for Frostfire if he's not able to win this one.
Yeah. At what point do we start to see Connie believe a little bit? Because that could also be dangerous if she starts to get a little bit nervous. Let's see. There's a blast right in front of him.
Already,
nice blast by Connie.
Blast from...
Just better blasting. Gonna get a 1-point lead off of that. It's not really a lot to write home about, but I mean, it does set the tone for the game.
Frostfire with a little bit better line, gets both yellows, and now has a 3-point lead of his own.
He needs this mega to connect and is not going to.
Trigger sheets the entire spawn too, and they should be just about even for this spawn. Frostfire misses the second yellow, but he still maintains about an 8-point lead.
Yeah, a little bit of a fumble edge hit there from Connie. I don't know when the last time both of these players would have played this map, to be honest, so it's a little bit of a test of memory of how best to navigate it. Frostfire wisely going to pick up the super jump on the way and land on the Mega Marble, get that uncontested. Looking very good so far for him. Let's see if he can connect with this Mega as well. He's going to try and land it. He's going to go bowling, but like Connie tried earlier, he wasn't able to land it on the spawn itself. Connie going to get a beautiful respawn there. Very unfortunate, and we saw that in the Icarus match as well between these two. Frostfire doing a very good job seeking out these megas so far.
Yeah, great movement there from Frostfire as well for that spawn.
Oh no!
Connie falls after using the Mega as well, so she won't have a Mega for this spawn. Frostfire routing over to the Super Speed, gets that, and then Super Speed's back to the repeat spawn. Gets both yellows, and we have
Triple
another
spawn.
repeat spawn. Connie gonna get the better of this one, but it's a 16-point lead with a minute and a half to go. It's kind of hard to make that up on this map unless you can get entire spawns to yourself.
Yeah, it's going to have to be some Mega Marble gameplay from Connie, I have to think. She is going to pick one up on the way in here. Frostfire only gets
Frostfire.
1 red, so lead is down to 9, but Frostfire in better position for this one.
He
By a lot.
missed out on the entire last spawn, and he had to use his blast for movement, so wasn't able to contest any of it, but is able to get to this spawn very nicely.
Yeah, Connie's been overreaching a little bit trying to get these Megas. Good sweep on that spawn,
Great
but
sweep.
Frostfire going to get enough to maintain a 15-point lead. Connie just
missing
needs to
the
pray
yellow
for
there.
some repeat spawns.
Has the blast, see if she can blast
Yes.
Frostfire off, and does. Gonna cut this down to 10 points, but a
Oh.
great spawn for Frostfire is right in the momentum, and he can save the super speed that he still has.
Yep. Nicely done
He's got a
there.
great-
And he can go out of bounds here as well, and it should give him a pretty good spawn. Yep, he's going to win that spawn, so looking pretty much done here. Almost a 20-point lead is more than enough on a map like Fractured Islands, and a very short Game 3 is going to go pretty decisively the way of Frostfire. I think he played a little bit better with the navigation, and of course ping is going to be worth at least 10 points on this map.
It's a great start for Frostfire to start to make his way back in this series. Definitely saw he's a lot cleaner with the movement. I think he's probably feeling a lot more comfortable now that he's warmed up from those first couple games. It's going to be a 15-point win for Frostfire.
Yep. Sure hope that map made everyone feel something in this audience here. Definitely a map worthy of the pool. All right, Misty, you got anything?
Yeah, that was a match where I think Frosty's movement generally returned to what we expect from him. He was very, very clean. Had one really nice moment around the middle of the game where he recognized his momentum was a little bit too fast, and he used a wall hit off of the boxes to slow down while in a mega, and then swept a few gems off of that. That was brilliant stuff from him. For someone who I would imagine has not played Fractured that much, that really just does demonstrate he has a very, very strong intuition of how to move on just about every map. It is wonderful to see. And I think the strategic game from him is definitely back now. There are multiple points where he actively rooted for a mega when it didn't really hurt him to do so, and was able to ward Connie off because of that. So I think Connie going forward is going to have a significantly harder time. The moment when it was kind of sealed and done, I think, was that favourable momentum spawn towards the end for Frostfire where he got to keep the super speed. It's Fractured Islands, that's gonna happen. But yeah, tough luck for Connie at the end, but I do think Frosty just played a little bit better all throughout that.
Yeah, one big moment for me was near the start of the game. Connie picked up a Mega Marble and tried to go bowling on the spawn, but it didn't connect with Frosty. It's going to be very hard for that to work on Hillsborough, and it didn't. Frosty won the whole spawn and had better momentum for the next spawn.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Very,
talk
very
about
hard
the
to
next
win.
draft here, because this is another draft that I think is going to be quite Frostfire favored, even though it is on Nuremberg here for Connie. It's got Bowl, it's got Vortex Effect, it's got Sacred. These are all maps that I really don't see Connie being favored on versus Frostfire.
Yeah, we have Parpip immediately banned by Connie. Good choice. Frostfire is phenomenal at that map. Bowl will be banned by Frostfire again, which you think would just be a gimme for him, knowing
Yeah,
Connie would
I
ban
can't
it.
believe that. Like,
And
regularly
we're left with
he's
Vortex
not willing.
and Triumvirate.
I think Frost is going to take us to Vortex Effect. I mean, maybe he feels
Possibly.
like throwing a curveball and going to Triumvirate, but in my experience, Connie is not very good at Vortex Effect, and Frostfire may be the best player in the world on that map. So even on Pink Disparity, I think he'd love his chances on this one.
Yeah, so I think he would be well within his right to pick any map out of these two. There are fair arguments for both. Vortex can be very swingy with the spawns, more so than Triumvirate. And
Wow.
Triumvirate, yeah.
For his pick.
Triumvirate, a map where Connie does just not had that much practice, and now that we've seen Frosty's movement return, less swingy spawns, I think he has a very, very reasonable chance here
Also, we're on Divergence right now, so.
on
Were
Divergence.
you guys not on Nuremberg for the previous game?
We were on Nuremberg. Oh, we're just over here at the moment.
Alright.
Oh, wait, which one? I thought we were on Divergence for the first one.
No, we were on Nuremberg.
I joined Divergence and you guys said I was lost.
Oh,
Anyway,
never
we're going to
lost.
be going to Triumvirate, which is a map that really hasn't seen much play this tournament. It never really has in the time that I've spent in the competitive scene. This year did have the bottom blue removed. What's the best strategy now, given that?
Are you asking me or DK?
Either of you.
I guess in my experience, my limited experience, it's kind of crucial to have a gyrocopter on you at pretty much all times, just because navigating across the map, especially with the height as well, is crucial to have that gyrocopter to make it to wherever the spawn could possibly be.
Yeah, Frostfire has been very good with the gyrocopters. That's one of his biggest strengths as a player, and this is a map that really rewards that. I'm going to be looking to see if he can do any creative wall hits, trim hits, or just optimizations with airtime, because I think that's where he's going to be able to make up the ping difference. Did you want to say something, Icky?
Ready.
You ping me?
Set.
Yeah, so
Good.
the strategy for this map I found more consistently is actually to have a lot of speed when a spawn ends, so that way you can actually get to actually have the speed and power with a gyrocopter to get to the next spawn. So having speed and momentum towards the middle of the map is probably the biggest key to success.
Great super jump hold there from Connie. Is going to let her get both yellows, and couple that with the early blast that she did to send Frostfire over the edge, and she's got a 6-point lead, which is more than double what Frostfire's points are.
Both of them able to get to the spawn, share 1 yellow each. But yeah, still 6-point.
No power up for
lead.
either.
Connie, yeah.
Frost grabs it.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so next spawn's a little bit awkward. Connie using the gyrocopter, trying to sweep through those 2 reds, and only gets 1 of them, and then gets a really awkward respawn. So Frostfire's going to get most of it, and a great blast from Frostfire to send Connie away from the last.
Connie is in a really bad spot now. Gonna have wall hit off the ceiling as well. So this is gonna be Frostfire making some ground up. Connie gonna grab the gyrocopter, which means she doesn't get to the red, and beautiful blast up to the others to tie the game for Frostfire. And that's the gyrocopter optimization that we saw from him in so much of his gameplay here. Keeping it very close. Connie gonna actually fall off here. Doesn't have a power up, so Frostfire gonna do well to push tempo here. Connie has a super jump, and the blue is here. She has the ultra blast, and she is gonna make it up. So crucially, the first blue is gonna go to Connie. Frost's gonna try and equalize everything else.
Yeah, Frostfire recognized pretty early that he didn't have the blast to be able to get up to the blue, and so just sacrificed that and tried to go down and grab the yellow and reds. There's that blast that he had on Connie in the previous spawn that's for 1 or 2 reds. Ended up costing him quite a bit.
Yeah. Connie was in great position there. I really like what she did at jumping over the red to secure a power up for the next spawn before actually securing it. And they're doing a very good job, both players are, of realizing which players are going to be getting which part of the spawn and just sacrificing that to try and get whatever they can for themselves. We've seen it quite a few times from both players so far.
Great gyrocopter control from Frostfire mid-spawn. Used it to kind of cushion his fall, but then beautifully maneuvered around with it as the next spawn is directly on top of Connie.
Yeah, nice chain attempt there from Frostfire, but the game not going to give it to him. But he is maintaining a 2-point lead for the time being.
Another pretty close spawn. Connie goes a little bit high with the blast and the gyrocopter. Frostfire going to be able to get the yellow all to himself. As Connie picks up the last red.
Good line
Frostfire stuck with
Connie.
just a super jump.
Blast for Connie.
This is out on the
Can she use it?
gyrocopter too.
She has the blast. Gonna use it there. Frostfire sent to the bottom. This could be big for Connie.
Yeah, Frostfire has no power up right now. He has almost no way of getting up. He does get up to the last yellow there for this spawn with the gyrocopter and the wall hit and blast. But Connie getting the majority.
Great line for Connie here. Can she get everything? Yes, she will. Frostfire not going to be given a window into this one in less than 2 minutes left to play. It's a 10-point lead for Connie.
Yeah, that's kind of a big gap on this map. Very hard to make up without some blues, because it's so easy to go even on the spawns. As these players have shown, Connie going pretty high with the blast and gyrocopter, but
Lots of
Frostfire's
points up here.
pretty late this spawn as well.
Yeah, so many points for Connie to take, and also if you have the high ground, you can wait out the clock. I would love to see Connie attempt to do that here. Connie gonna go for a little bit of an edge hit. That is not what she needed, but Frostfire not in position to capitalize.
Really bad respawn for Frostfire. Was sent all the way down to the bottom, so he had like no way of getting up to the rest of the spawn. So that's going to be a 13-point lead maintained for Connie with a minute to go here.
Yeah, if I'm Connie, I'm sitting as high as I can, trying to make sure that if there is a blue, I am ready for it, because that is the only way that Frostfire can really make up enough ground. That's a good spawn for Frost.
It is. This is not really the spawn that you want to see if you're trying to come back to spawn with all reds, but it was he did have better momentum with it. He can pre-pop this gyro, maybe get over to the spawn, but he hits his head, and so he's not gonna. He has no power up to get up to the spawn. Connie's gonna be able to land on this yellow and creates a great line for the rest of these reds, and I think that's just gonna secure this game.
She should have waited 5 seconds out on that gem to be sure. But is still going to be able to make it up here and does get the line as soon as Frost does. So sharing these 3 reds should be enough for her. And going to win Triumvirate on home soil. Very nice. And Connie going to go up 3-1 in this best of 9.
That's a pretty big lead to have in this series. Yeah, very well played from Connie.
Yeah, beautifully done. The 1 blue went her way, and that was enough to give her the momentum to close that one out. Not really any big mistakes from that one, did Connie. And the 1 or 2 times that I saw Frost go for a very nice power-up chain, it unfortunately just did not reward him. Connie doing everything she needs to have a great chance of proceeding to what I believe would be her first ever finals. So just needs to get 2 more, and she'll have at least that many games on Divergence. So Misty, tell me about that game on Triumvirate.
Yeah, so I think outside of the mechanical side of things, where Connie seemed to be a bit more consistent, what really swung the game in my eyes were 2 things. First of all, Frosty had some amazing blast play towards the start. That's a component that I think is very underrated on Triumvirate. It is brutal with the blasts. But he sort of took his foot off the gas towards the end, and that was what was keeping him solidly in the lead towards the first half. And because of that, he did allow Connie time to recover. Connie was she seemed a bit nervous towards the end. If Frosty was pushing harder with the melee, I think she may have crumbled a little more under pressure, but she was ultimately given a bit of leeway with Frosty making a handful of mechanical mistakes towards the end, hitting his head, generally just missing. But I think another factor that I think should be acknowledged is that Connie did get a couple lucky spawns there. There was one moment around the middle of the game where she was just camping the bottom with a gyro and a blast, which is not a great position to be in. You won't get any blue from there. And the red spawned directly on her. The spawn is split, but it ultimately gives her the time to recover.
And Frost was in a great position for that spawn as well. He had gyro already active and a super jump ready to go towards the end of his gyrocopter duration. So that was one of the few spawns I really feel Frost deserved to win. I think Connie did a great job prepping on the rest of the game compared to Frost, but the game just decided to give that one to Connie, and that made a big difference.
Yeah, there was a second one where Connie got about 5 points for free by virtue of Frosty having an entire structure in his way. But I think overall Connie still did play a more consistent game. Did not make much in the way of mechanical mistakes. I think in most universes she won that by about 5 points. So yeah, very, very solid game from Connie. Going up 3-1 is nothing to scoff at.
Oh, you got a very interesting pool here with Nadir making a showing, and Marbleland as well, which has not been played either. So it'd be incredible if we saw both of those maps, Marbleland and Fractured Islands, come out for the first time all tournament.
I could see it.
Nadir was down by Frostfire.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see Marbleland here. Horizon is on Hillsborough. Yeah, wow.
Wow.
Marbleland comes out.
Every map has now been played in the 2026 Summer Premiere.
Incredible.
Yeah, Frostfire definitely had to take out Nadir there. It is Connie's one of her best maps, if not the best map in her pool. And I think the bans from both players made a lot of sense. You can't let Frost have Horizon. I probably would have even banned that before Gems in the Road, because Gems in the Road is one of those maps where you can really get lucky. And if you're on ping disadvantage against Frostfire and it's a bad draft, I feel like I'd be willing to just gamble on that one. But it is going to be Marble Land, and I have seen Connie do very well on this map. I don't really remember too many games with Frostfire, although I know he always plays Wilches very close on this one, which could be a good sign.
Yeah, I don't remember anyone playing this map, especially since we haven't seen it yet this tournament. So, be interesting to see how the first and possibly only match on Marble Land will go.
And here we go.
Ready.
Game 5 spawns right on top of them. Frostfire, of course, with the ping advantage, is going to be having a nice spawn, but a little bit of a fumble trying to secure that blast. Connie's going to be able to get the better one. That is, I think, the preferred default. And has a Mega Marble coming in here. Frostfire going to use the super speed to go around. Both players have blast right now. Let's see how they're able to use it. Frostfire going to do it there, but, I mean, Connie has the gyrocopter, denies the super speed as well, so it should be a pretty nice line for her.
Oh, the blast from Connie also hit Frostfire down at the bottom, so he didn't jump.
Oh, Connie
overshoots it!
Overshoots
Can
the
she
Connie.
rebound?
No, she can't. Frostfire going to be able to get that one. Connie was in a beautiful position for that blue, but a little bit impatient, you have to say.
Frostfire is going to get that one to himself, and also grabs the last red, but bounces up beautifully to get over to the next spawn. Gets both of the yellows in this one. I believe they should share that blast.
Connie with a better super speed default, though, but she's not pulling the trigger just yet. Blast not going to connect, and can't get the backward super speed on that yellow as well. Now Frostfire going for the Mega Marble, but it is a water spawn. It's not going to be too important here. Both players going to split this one.
Frostfire should be able to get the Mega Marble and super speed for this upcoming spawn. The Mega Marble will run out pretty quickly, but yeah, Connie is going to have the Mega Marble for herself now. Snipes this one yellow, so it's going to lose out on the Mega Marble advantage, but yeah.
Wow, they're going to share that yellow. Connie going down into the water, but can't get the yellow. The wave comes in time.
See, Frostfire can share it. Yes, he can. He's going to get out.
This is a big
very
lead.
Quickly as well.
Big lead for Frostfire. 13 points is a lot on Marble Land. And it started so well for Connie, too. That blue was just really not one she could have afforded to miss. Nice Mega there.
Not sure if she shared the yellow. I think she did share the yellow in that one as well. So we have another blue. Frostfire's right there. Connie has the blast, though, but Frostfire's too quick to it. I think Connie hit a block while super speeding over. And so that one blue is going to go all the way to Frostfire. Now it's a 16-point lead.
Nice line there by Connie to mitigate some damage. And it's going to be a good respawn as well. Next one very, very close to Frostfire, though.
Yeah. I'm going to share that one yellow. Frostfire, I think, routed for the blast. Was not able to deny that yellow from Connie.
Oh, Mega from Frostfire! And Connie is flying out of the map.
He's stuck all the way on the other side and also picks up the last red. And Frostfire's got a huge lead to this one, too. Should be able to get both yellows before Connie's even in the area.
Yep, and we have one more blue here. And Frostfire with a beautiful line. He is making the technical aspects of his play work. Mechanically very sound. He's woken up in this game. And the Megas are coming out on this map too. Looking very good on that aspect. And so it's seeming like the forgotten maps of the tournament, Frostfire is very prepared on.
Great line from Connie in that last spawn. With the wall hit up to the gems at the top. But yeah, kind of fumbling down in the... Has to spend the blast to get out of the pool, so now only has the Mega Marble for this upcoming spawn.
Ooh, Mega not going to connect. Frostfire able to jump under that one. She does eventually land it, but Frostfire going to get a good enough respawn to actually cut in front of Connie on the way back down the spawn. So lead maintaining at 20. Frostfire going to deny the super speed, and this one looking pretty over.
Yeah, definitely. Connie's would have to hope for like all the blues in the world if she wants to come back in this one. But even then, I don't think that would be enough. Frostfire's just been too quick. He's been aggressive with taking last reds, especially when he knows he's prepared. And yeah.
Yep, lead still holding at 20, but time is coming off the clock more and more. Frostfire not even going to bother to wait this one out, even though the blue is right next to Connie. She is going to get that one, but it's going to be a case of too little too late. Nice blast, going to have to hope for a repeat blue. Doesn't happen. 15 points. Frostfire has a nice line to get both of these yellows. And yep, going to be looking back to next game for Connie. Things will be going back to divergence though, so it's going to be a good pickup opportunity for her to pull this one to match point.
A great win for Frostfire, crucial for his chances in this series, making sure that he doesn't go to match point.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of felt like this was a must-win game for him on Hillsborough with the form that we've seen from Connie so far. Mr. Ox, tell me about how Frostfire made that so dominant.
Yeah, his mechanics throughout that were sublime. He pulled off, at one point, a wonderful super speed edge hit in order to traverse basically the entire map left to right. He had very, very clean lines on the wooden box blue near the castle section of the map, where he actually rebounded back using the trim on the other side of the blue after that. It was incredible stuff from him, and there's so many yellows on that map where you have to squeak in between the boxes, and he made that look so easy at high speed. His mechanics all throughout the game were incredible. I think the moment where it was unrecoverable for Connie was there was a spawn around the pool, but 2 of the gems in the pool were already expired, so there were actually only 3 gems in that spawn. Connie didn't recognize that. I don't know if Frostfire did either, but Connie had committed a super speed to what she probably assumed was not the last red, and the next spawn was in the mud section, and Connie was zooming off all the way to the other section of the map. That was a very brutal spawn that in the heat of the moment, I don't know if either player could have reasonably recognized, but Frostfire was the large beneficiary of that. Of course, he absolutely earned the win in general. His mechanics were sublime, as I said. Connie with a couple fumbles on some high-value spawns that, in conjunction with that pool spawn, really swung this the way of Frosty.
Yeah, let's talk about the next draft, though, because this is going to be a bit of a spicy one with Narrows in the pool, which is one of both players' best maps. I wouldn't be surprised if they were willing to play it either, just given things, but I think neither of them wants to play Battle Cube or Parkour Peaks, so it's really more of a 3-map draft here, I have to feel.
Yeah, Frostfire absolutely going to ban Battle Cube. And Connie, I would have to imagine, would be looking at banning Cascade as well. I don't think she likes that map very much, and she knows that Frosty is quite good there. So, really, I could see this either being Narrows or Marble City. Really depends on what the players are feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I'm Connie, I'm definitely taking away Marble City. It's one of Frost's best maps. You do have ping advantage for this game, but I've seen Connie pull off some diabolical Cascade Falls maps, especially with just understanding where the blues are and how to get them very quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a similar Apex Blue performance on Cascade.
Yeah, and it is a very mega-heavy map, the mega being one of Connie's strongest suits in this game. Marble City will be banned. We're left with Narrows and Cascade.
Great call from her, I think, and it is going to be Narrows here that Frostfire is going to opt for. He recently set the record on this one for solo hunt, but Connie has shown already this tournament that she is very equipped to take down top players, as she already did with Igai earlier in the tournament.
Yeah, this is always a fun match to spectate, especially between players that are very fast. Definitely one of the highlight maps of this tournament for me. Just always an entertaining match. So definitely looking forward to this one.
All right, this is a very technically intensive map. It's going to really require a lot from the mechanical execution of both players. And it does feel like Frostfire has warmed up a bit in that aspect, where I think if he played this out the gate first map like we saw Connie win the first 2, I really think that would have gone poorly for him, but I think it's going to be a much better showing for both of these players now.
Both players taking the same route for this first spawn, so they should split pretty much everything. Somehow Frostfire still comes out on top by 1. He's going to drop down and get this blast and the last red.
Oh, big blue though. Connie should be able to fall into that one unless... Oh, Frostfire steals it under Connie's nose. Beautifully done by him, and that's a huge lead off the bat. 11 points.
It's going for this last red, and it's a repeat. Frostfire doesn't see the blue, though, or maybe he's not even trying to go for it. So Connie's going to get that one, but...
Nicely done to get out by
he's gonna
Connie,
take this. Yeah, he's going to take this last red because he recognized Connie's maybe going to be stuck in that
Great
little
line
ice
by Connie.
triangle thing.
Really, really good line to scoop up a lot of that rug spawn very quickly. And Frostfire has the super speed to get over here. Both players going to be here around the same time. The blasts come out, and neither of them are too useful for either player, but Connie is going to make it to the spawn first. Frostfire has the blast.
Not really going to have a good use for it this time. He's going to try to get Connie on the way, but doesn't quite hit her, and he's stuck with just a super jump, so Connie's going to get pretty much all of the spawn, but that's a great spawn for Frostfire here.
Yeah, very lucky for Frostfire. And now Mega Marble coming in here. Connie going to be able to cut off Frostfire on the way in, so getting the meat of that spawn, Frostfire going to be left to get the 2 yellows.
It's a pretty decent spawn for him. Connie's going to make it over to this yellow, but I think Frostfire is going to get the majority of the value here. Still holding the super speed and barely makes it over the ice humps to get to the spawn, but Connie with a nice sweep to get the yellow and the red, but good momentum for Frostfire onto the next spawn.
Yeah, he's able to get the yellow uncontested, and these spawns being so close to where Frostfire is has given him a 12-point lead now. Connie really taking some time to line this one up, whereas Frostfire is already at the spawn getting all these reds. Connie's going to fall, and this is really pushing the map lead into some dangerous territory for Connie.
Both players taking different routes to get up to the top. Connie gonna have a little bit better to stay on, but Frostfire gets a good respawn and gets a couple reds off of that. Missing the super speed.
Oh, Connie got a mega launch way over there, but Frost is just so slow to the spawn that Connie's gonna get everything and have momentum back. Frostfire gonna take up the last red there. Connie should be able to get to the spawn first. Frost is gonna have to overshoot, leaving the rest of the spawn to Connie, so she's gonna bring it back to 10 points as we're halfway through the map.
That's a crucial moment here for Connie in this game. Frostfire really kind of letting Connie get back into the game, taking these last reds and just overshooting at the wrong moments.
Nice line by Connie. Can't quite make it to the yellow. That's going to be a big spawn for Frostfire and has better momentum to clean up the rest of it. So very, very good stuff for Frostfire here. Can Connie connect with the Mega? Looks like probably not. Frostfire has a very easy line to this. Is he going to be able to wall hit up? Yes, he does, and Connie only able to get a couple of gems. So again, this is on Divergence. This is a map that Connie needs to convert if she wants to be able to win this series. And Frostfire looking extremely good so far.
Yeah, I think he's still holding the blast too as well. He's going to steal away this super speed from Connie. He'd be wise to take this last red, but it's actually a pretty decent spawn for Connie. Not the worst that it could have been.
Yeah, nice line for Frostfire to mitigate any chance that Connie had to take advantage of that. Oh, Connie does make it up, barely. That's very important for her chances in this game. Closes the lead down to 15.
Is barely able to get that super speed and gets a respawn up top. Frostfire not able to get up, so this entire spawn could end up going to Connie, which would be massive. This cuts it to under 10 points with just over a minute to go now.
Time is running off the clock, though, but that's kind of giving Connie a chance to prepare some stuff, and she's picked up the Mega Marble. Frostfire doesn't know, but the blast from Frostfire, the Mega, as usual in this game, does nothing when they're inside of it, and it's going to be the blast from Frostfire that secures it. Now we have a blue. Connie going to go straight for it. She gets it, crucially, and the yellow as well. So the lead is only 7 points. We have 47 seconds left in the match. Mega Marble coming out from Connie, but it's only going to be worth 1 red. Does give her better prep, though. She has the super speed, and the spawn's right here, very close. Blast Frostfire away, and the lead is down to 3.
This is a crazy comeback for Connie. It was just 22 points like a minute ago. Frostfire with the super speed and the blast, trying to get up to the spawn. Connie with an amazing 3-point red line.
And she rebounds.
Gonna cut it down to 3 points still. There's a next spawn. Frostfire picks up an
Connie's
expired
gonna
on
be
the way.
first. She misses everything. What can both players do?
Frostfire lands, yeah. Frostfire lands, gets
5
the
points.
yellow.
Connie's fumbling left and right. And it's gonna be that. That's gonna be it. Unless Connie can get everything in this spawn. Frostfire gets 1 point. Super speed. Can't get it. Connie misses the last red. Doesn't have time. And it's gonna be a 1-point win for Frostfire on Narrows. Almost what Connie needed there, but Frostfire barely gets it over the line.
Wow, that last red that Frostfire was able to get in that last spawn was just barely enough to win that game. Connie was so close to making the comeback, but it was just barely not enough.
Yeah, wow, it is going to be down to a best of 3 now.
Wow, what incredible resilience for Frostfire in this series to bring it back now. He's looking incredibly strong now, and Connie's definitely got to be worried for the next few games.
Yeah, but it looks like the series is going to come to a break here for the time being, as Frostfire, of course, has fatherly duties. So there is going to be a intermission of some kind. So we're going to pick it back up, and it will be 3-3, and both players will play a best of 3 to determine who moves on to the finals here. Frostfire doing a great job to bring that one back, and a very crucial win for his chances of winning this series, because he was able to get it done on Divergence. Miss, do you have any analysis specific to that game? Because, wow, it was a crazy one.
Yeah, I think Connie had a phenomenal comeback towards the end. There were some truly nutty lines they were pulling off with that little ice pyramid blue, where both were launching from the lower section of the middle and then nosediving straight in. Both of them pulled that off. You have to wonder if Connie learned that from in the middle of the game, because Frostfire pulled that off right at the start, and that just blew me away. I think there wasn't really much in the way of melee that round. That was really just a test of speed. And I do think that second last spawn, Connie absolutely if had she gotten a single gem there, like, the game would have been tied. A single gem more than she did. She did very well to take it away from Frosty, who was, I think, a little overcommittal on the camp.
Yes, that's what I was going to say, is I think if they just cleared that one normally and Connie did a good job on the spawn, Frostfire may have ended up having better momentum to the final spawn anyway, but because Frostfire got overcommitted to that camp trying to secure the win, that's what ultimately gave Connie a chance of closing it out, and she was oh so close to doing it.
Yeah, she had an end. I have to wonder whether that was the time running out or she barely missed, because I can't really tell. But yeah, well done to Frosty for winning that on Divergence. Narrow's arguably Connie's best map at this point. And going forward, Connie's going to have to win 2 games on Hillsborough, which she has demonstrated that she can do. But
she'll have to win 1 game on Hillsborough and close out the game that is on Divergence, I believe. Oh no, she will have to win. No, 1 and 1.
One game on Hillsborough, assuming she wins both from here. But
it's going to be very hard. If you look at the draft here for Game 7, that is not what you want to see if you're Connie on ping disadvantage.
Yeah, Vortex Effect, one of Frosty's best. Bowl, bad memories for Connie there. Blast Club, a map that I think Frosty is actually quite good at. We saw that last year in his match against you, Shadow. Both of you played a very strong round there. Pyramid, a map where Connie recently had bad memories, though I don't think she'd make the same kind of positional mistakes now. And Outlook is just not surviving the draft. This is damage control for Connie.
Yeah, I do think Connie just needs to take away some of the worst cases here and just hope. I honestly don't even see Pyramid as that bad of an outcome for her, because at least she can gamble on the spawns. But if you go to something like Blast Club on ping disadvantage, it's going to be dire.
Yeah, I think if you're Connie here, you probably have to ban Vortex and Blast Club.
Yeah, let Frosty ban Bowl. He's shown he's willing to do that the entire series. And Frosty's probably also going to ban Outlook as well. He really does not like that one. So knowing that, if you're Connie, I feel like you get your pick out of the remaining 3. I mean, I think Connie should be fine with Outlook if that's the final map.
Yeah, and Connie definitely knows how to play Pyramid. She hasn't demonstrated it this tournament yet, but in our practice, she absolutely knows how to play Pyramid. She is generally a reasonably strong player at that map, and I don't know how much of it Frostfire's played. I can't remember seeing him ever play Pyramid, actually.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
someone could fill
bans
me in.
it pretty much every moment that's possible. So, I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Frostfire bans it too. And if that's the case, maybe Bull is the one that slips through the cracks here. But, I mean, as much as Connie has bad memories on Bull, I feel like it's one of the better maps in this draft for her.
Yeah, but
Being ping
you
disadvantage.
got it. Yeah, true. Though I'd imagine the notion of playing Frostfire on Bowl is a little intimidating, just for anyone.
Yeah, but he's shown he's been willing to ban it every single draft, so maybe there's something there.
Yeah, this is a chaotic draft now. We're looking at it
a lot
bit
of
more.
mind games that could go on in this one.
Yeah.
I am gonna say let's stop the analysis so Connie can join and blow off steam for a little bit. Given we're probably another 10 minutes until we can get back onto things. Welcome, Connie.
Well.
We get a little mid-match peak interview.
The mid-match interview. Yeah. Wow. I'm honestly, no matter how this goes from now on, I am so impressed with myself. Like, it's. I thought I wouldn't even get one game off of this guy.
Yeah, I mean, you're showing that you can win. And win multiple games.
Wow.
And almost win other games that you didn't win. They're very competitive, so.
Narrows was very heartbreaking, though. I almost came back, and it was 1 point. I
Yeah, do you
tied
know
it.
if the time ran out or you just missed the super speed?
I don't think I missed the super speed. I think the time ran out before I could get the red on the like little ramp there.
Okay.
I just kind of
we weren't
either I
sure.
missed
It was hard to see.
Yeah, either I missed it barely or the time just ran out before I could get it. Phew.
Did you take a chance to walk around and get some water and all that?
Yeah. Wow. Man, this is crazy. I don't have any other thoughts. But for now, because the match is still going to go on. Flossie just had to take an Archie break, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a best of 3 now. So anything can happen.
So true. Starting on Hillsborough, kill me, please. And with this draft, I'm not going to say anything because it's technically still match time. But yeah. Anyways, Despair.
No, Despair's not in the pool.
Wow.
Thrilling gem hunt.
I have to say, I feel bad for whoever made that poll for like alt match of the tournament, because I think we have a new contender now.
That was John. Big Chud moment.
John, you fool.
I actually told him to save that poll for last, but he was like, no, I'm John.
Maybe he thought that Frostfire would just sweep me by like 100 points on each map.
Yeah, well, there's another poll that if you were to win, then this series would definitely qualify for.
Yeah.
So.
We'll see. I mean, with this draft, it's looking kind of dire, at least for game. What is it? Game number 7. Yeah. It's not
We
looking
just got
good.
number 6.
Yeah. Oh, 6-7. But yeah, it's not
took you that long.
Yeah, right now I'm not in brain rot mode.
You're in locked in mode.
I'm in locked in mode.
I would have normally been here, but I was stuck for an hour trying to fix the printer issue, and we got nothing done. At the end of it, it's of course the fucking HP. Can I get a quick resume on what happened this game?
Connie's playing great, playing up to Frostfire's level. Last game was decided by 1 point on narrows. Either player could easily win.
And it was so close to being a tie. If I got 1 red, that was close to me.
Let's see.
But yeah, I never expected to play this well.
Don't
not
the
gonna lie.
fucking winner. It became
I'm
so
actually
close.
anxious that DK is just gonna fucking randomly get this trap launch and get this world record because he does stupid shit on like endurance.
Yeah, I'm going for a run.
Imagine.
I do not have the consistency.
It'd be the highlight of this match, not the actual match itself.
Bro,
I believe in
This
you.
barrel record.
the community should see that 9.055 blooper. That was generational. I'm never getting that shit ever again.
The
Okay,
community
I'm a-
already has seen that. But
Like how, bro?
But yeah, I
did-
assume
I did this strat and I got zero framed.
the match was fun to watch so far.
Yeah, very much
absolutely.
so. We've had very good
That
coverage
is
so far. I think
awesome.
you'll enjoy it.
not as fun
I
as
will-
Despair is, but you know it's all right.
Narcus, when you come here to Romania, I will visibly shake my head at you.
You
So
will
you can
steal
see
their
it.
wallet. You will steal their wallet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just so you know, I disapprove of your
Is my-
statement.
Nakis, Connie will steal your wallet. That's a very Romanian thing to do. It's a tradition in this country, so get ready.
Is my mic okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I'm not on my computer. Last time it was bad. Good job, Connie, on getting 3-3.
Thank
I
you.
guess. Now go get the finals.
DK hit a pole. DK hit a pole and then mounts to finish.
That's not a pole.
No.
DK. What are you doing?
Why did you edge me? No.
Bro was really wanting to like edge shit off that pillar or some shit.
But
Is it
yeah,
possible- When is it
after
though?
this match, after this match is done tomorrow, I'm going to get something to treat myself. Like a
After
pizza.
this match is done, Connie's gonna play Despair.
I'm not
Treat
gonna play.
yourself.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
Connie-
no, no.
We
Connie
need
was
to
in front of you.
dog.
Anyways,
Connie,
I've also
after-
been woken up as to the fact that Fractured Islands is a shit map.
Yep.
Hey,
congrats.
Yeah, how
shit,
do you feel
man.
about playing the remaining 2 maps that have not been played in the tournament?
It feels interesting, but I lost on them, so I don't know how to feel. Marble
Shadow
ended up
Visions,
so
can we-
heartbreaking because I had like a blue miss
Yeah,
at the very start, and it just
tragic.
kind of snowballed. Yeah.
Shadow Visions. Can we get
what the
some?
fuck?
Can we get some big dick commentary on Despair, please?
That was a big miss. Hold on,
I
that
don't
was-
really know how this map works other than I think DK just squeezes himself and prays that
No,
it goes
no.
straight to the finish.
I know what I
Squeeze
asked.
my balls.
Bro, you want us? I got a big miss on this pair. I saw the finish. It was like hit the right pillar of like it was like slipping. Hold on, I want to check out the rack, and you can tune in to the stream front to see it. It was like a 9.2 when I crossed that pillar at the right finish.
I also have a really close blooper on this one. Hold on.
Yeah, I have a few. I have one that was 8.95. That was my fastest catch, I think. That was
Oh,
actually
my game is
close.
crashing. There we go.
Ha!
I think
Hold
it
on.
was this one.
Set time scale 0.1. So leave that into the okay. If you want to see the rec, turn into the stream. I don't think it's like anything. Wow. Whoa, 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 what the fuck?
That's a
Whoa, whoa, I got scared. I thought that was real. Oh
No.
my god.
I have a lot of
Okay.
despair
Okay,
recordings.
okay. I'm showing this shit I got.
How do y'all not manage your rec folders?
I just
That's
record-
actually crazy.
I
I
also
record
don't manage
every
mine.
record every single run. Oh, that was not close.
Well, yeah, but like, never mind. I
have
mean,
a
there's
fuck-
runs. There's so many runs that you'll never look at again. So at least put them somewhere.
I
Never
know.
mind.
I just have a fetish of having every single
You-
thing.
no, son.
That is not the correct use of fetish.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, sir.
A rock
You're a
can be-
minor. Please not
Ulrika,
talk
it's
about
time to stop.
such topics.
It is time to stop.
It is time to stop.
Crossfire back.
No.
Oh, shut the fuck up, MBO. Not the time.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Oh,
Um,
brother, this guy stinks.
Okay, but my main problem is that whenever I get onto MP, I just forget to stop recording, which means my game records and multiplayer recs that just do not work. And I just permanently have them on me.
Hmm.
This,
I guess like
this is
whenever I've been,
this is from an
I
old,
think for the
very old
entire time that I've been recording Rex, usually every now and then, depending on what I'm recording for, or if I'm recording for anything, I just have a separate folder where I, organize all my recs into subfolders. So, I have all of this is why I still have all of my, custom level video recs and all the stuff from rampages and
I have
just random
Oh
videos.
god, I need to. I want to play some Clash Royale right now. Oh, that sucks.
This is the correct battle part. Okay.
I
Wait,
never under,
do y'all see my screen? Do y'all see my
No.
screen?
Nope.
No? Bruh,
no,
doesn't it
No,
work?
no.
Did you turn
Shuddy.
on your screen share?
I'm trying to turn on my screen on my phone
Become
so
a
I can
screen
play Clash
share.
Royale for y'all. I want to play
Oh
some
my
Clash
God.
Royale.
I admit I would rather watch DK fall on despair over and over again.
Bro,
Okay.
you can witness some crazy stuff in Clash Royale, but it's mostly just very paid win players.
Okay, now
Go.
it's alright.
haven't
Oh,
played Clash
no, it's
Royale in like at
updating.
least 5
Oh,
years.
my Clash Royale is
How
updating.
many do I have? Oh my god! What the fuck?
Go.
What
Y'all
is
want to see
this?
some Geometry Dash or I don't know.
I don't think.
I want to play some Clash Royale right now.
Well,
Sad.
Wonky Water.
I just don't know if anyone's going to watch, but you all want to play Clash.
Wind Treatment.
I want to play some Clash, yes.
Village. What the fuck? Okay, some
Need
rap show up.
alright.
Surprise.
Man, I miss when the match was happening.
84%.
Me too.
Huh?
I also miss when the match was happening.
Yes, the Winding Road Ultra Zero Red takes place on Bunslow. Uh-huh.
Okay, well, someone ping me when the match starts again. Thanks.
Okay, no guess. No
Bye.
guess.
Yes.
No guess.
Let's
Nobody
actually-
tag Noggis when the match restarts.
That's me.
You're so mean, Iki.
I
Iki, I support you. You're my inspiration. Oh, hey,
Okay,
Robert's
I don't think you
here.
could
Hi,
trap watch from
Robert.
there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work.
Iki, what are you
Hold up, I
trying?
got this.
This is the new route, new meta. It'll teleport you to the finish eventually.
What?
What did Sun even try?
I thought I could
Wait,
jump to the finish from there.
Bruh. Wait, wasn't
There's-
Connie having that one record just to start smiling at the start? He's like, yeah, I got a 10.25 second run. Where is that?
I don't remember.
You made an April Fool's
Oh,
video.
God, I need to do my
Oh,
Duolingo
yeah,
lesson. Oh, shit.
It's still up.
Hey.
Should still be up.
Bro, so for this one, which is which? Oh, yeah, wait, no, I have a manual submission on this on the leaderboard, so I can just delete everything here. What happens if the time travel goes off? Oh, I was supposed to make a video at some point. What happens if the time travel timer goes over 1,000 seconds? It just breaks visually. That's all.
Me, when I play single player and I have to squeeze my balls between the butt cheek arch to get to the finish faster.
It helps me learn something on yours in 10 years. Wait, no, please don't take that. Oh, fuck. I didn't have a 50-second run on fights. What the hell?
I'm so glad I don't have a kid, so I have to change their diaper mid-game.
Un té, por favor.
Done.
Granted, I don't know if that's why Fozzie's actually taking the break, but
Huh?
Changing a diaper does not take this long.
Damn it. I could have been 3:30.
I suspect he's whipped and his wife needed him.
Set.
Oh, the child's
Go.
screaming
We're coming
again.
up on 20 minutes.
Okay.
Frostfire actually is flying to Romania to kill Connie directly. He is very displeased with how close this match is, so he's gonna take matters into his own hands.
Set. Go.
Oh no. Okay, which is which from here?
I mean, listen, whatever gets the job done, I guess.
Good job.
He's gonna mega marble me in real life.
Yeah, you're done. It's over.
Gosh.
It's over.
Just when you
I
thought
gotta
it
get
couldn't get
slow.
any more over, it's getting even more over.
Even more over. I mean, it might be over with this draft, I'm not gonna lie, chat.
What's
Never
the
been
draft?
so
What's
over.
the draft?
Ready.
What's the it cannot be that
Set.
bad.
Go.
The draft is Vortex Effect Bowl, Last Club Pyramid Outlook on 200 plus ping.
Holy
Oh
shit.
hell no.
That's
It might actually be over. I'm not gonna lie, chat. But it's fine, I'll
Lock
play my
in.
game, I'll do
Go
whatever.
gambling.
Just
I
lock
will-
in.
Connie,
That's not over. That is set in stone. I think we can go for bowl. Loki.
Son, I suck at bowl.
La
I have
bowl.
bowl PTSD, that's a very well known fact.
Oh,
In our
I don't know
2026
Remember
World
where
Cup
Icky
game,
overcame his Outlook PTSD?
That is true. I did do that.
I need
That
to
said, I
go.
did it in the match against John. You're trying to do it against Frostfire. That's very different.
Yeah.
Connie,
I mean,
need to
listen,
go against
Papa
the-
J is nowhere near the level of Frostfire.
Papa won't even
so
watch this match back.
Ready. Set.
Papa is too
Go.
tired to be able to watch it live. He went to bed like 5 hours ago.
Bro, honest question. If I tilt whenever I see world record rampages of someone getting good time, should I quit the game?
Probably.
Yes.
If you tilt when what?
If you tilt when people do well in this game, yes.
I tilt whenever
Done.
I watch personal rampages of people getting good times. Should I quit the
Go.
game?
Why are you tilting over people doing
Yeah,
well?
so,
That's called jealousy.
Ready.
Yeah.
Sunny Ring.
And
You,
envy.
you might
Go.
you might
That
want
doesn't
to seek
sound
some
healthy
sort
to
of
me.
help. Yeah. What?
I don't think 3,000 hours in 4 years sounds healthy at all. Probably 4,000.
I think you have more hours than I do in this game, but I have to check.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Let's
think.
see.
I think
I wonder how
in
many hours I have.
I have 2,896 in 11 years.
I have
I-
2,100
Set.
in
20,000
11 years.
1,041 hours, 13 minutes, 33 seconds in 4 years, 5 months, and 7 days.
You have how many hours?
3,000 apparently.
Dude, you have 1,000 more hours than me in 4 fewer years.
Go.
So, okay, so
Son.
that means
Rounded.
across these 4 years or so, I'm gonna say it's been 4 years estimate. You spent about a tenth of your time on Marble Blast.
Christ.
Okay, let's do an average. 4 times 365.
Set.
So
Go.
4 times 365. That's 1,460. 5 months.
hey, no, go.
Oh god, I thought I heard my doorbell ring.
Set.
It's Frosty.
Frostfire is actually coming.
Here's Frosty.
Bro, Connie, get up and move around. You're gonna sit still and be cold.
Ready.
He's coming to kill me.
Answer the door, Connie.
Go.
No, he's coming to kill me.
3,041 hours and 4 years, 5 months, and 4 days, which is
So I think my account is around 1,613 days old. So 3,041.2
Go.
here?
divided by 1,615. That's 1.88 hours per day for 4.5 days straight.
Ready. Set. Go.
That's a
round it
lot.
up to
That's
2
a lot
hours.
of Marble Blasting.
Ready. Set.
And that's only PQ.
Go.
I think I've played between 2023 and 2024. I think I've put at least like $700 offline, and I've put
Oh god, I hate this man.
Set.
Who is
And I've
who is this guy?
And I've also
Bro,
put
who is this?
1,000 hours at least in stop eggs. So I think in all, across my entire career, I think it goes over 5,000. If we include every single one.
Set. Go.
Marble.
Meanwhile, I only have 3,700 hours in 12 years.
5,000 divided by 1,615, 3.09 hours of marble per day.
Go.
I have 2,120 hours
Now,
in
granted,
11
I
years.
did AFK a couple of those hours.
What if Frostfire never returns and this is his way of retirement?
Go.
I'm not winning this one, am
The
I?
Dushine approach to retirement.
Connie finally gets.
Yes,
Connie
the
gets-
damage.
Ready.
Good dragon.
Set.
Connie becomes
It's in
Arsenal.
25 minutes.
Fossey.
We're gonna get a message that's just like, yeah, no, I quit. Goodbye.
Ready.
I'm not winning this one, am I?
Yeah, you're gonna hit with the I'm not winning this one, am I? And it's just gonna be the end of his career. We're never gonna hear from him again. Racing goes unfinished. It's a giant loss to the community.
I just set Grok on him.
Set.
Bossy activates attack.
Oh no.
Taking your opponent out of their lock-in zone. He's
Frosty activates Rafa mode.
Set.
Rafa.
Go.
Yeah, I mean, this break isn't gonna affect me because, I mean, how do I explain my mentality going into this match?
Ready.
I
Go.
I don't know.
Hey,
Like,
DK, you're supposed to pick that up.
yeah, DK.
DK, you're supposed to pick that up. Start
Like,
picking
it's
that
fun.
up.
I'm playing for fun, you know.
Set.
No need to like worry or
Why are
stay
you
locked
playing
in
for
or-
fun? This is a very serious event.
Shut up, Icky.
Hey,
Yeah, shut up, Icky.
Yeah, no one likes you, Icky.
Okay, don't
Wow,
don't
okay.
say that or I'll actually win.
I'm just gonna leave again.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, Icky, no, Icky, no.
Alright.
We love you, Icky.
We all love you. We love you.
We love
Thank you very
Icky.
much.
Okay, I'm winning. I'm winning. Yeah, hell
Are
yeah.
you winning, son?
Son.
You
Yeah,
are
he's
winning
winning
this
his
one, are you?
he's winning in Clash Royale.
Go.
I've never been this impressed in my life.
Let's see. Let's see what's going on.
Oh, I
my
thought he was
God.
winning in
Royale
jump
gameplay.
runs.
This is the best stream I've
Bro,
ever seen Jacob
Bro,
have.
why are you watching 2,000 trophies Clash Royale gameplay? Jacob, come on, you can do it. Not a
Kill that
shit
boy.
goblet. Such a
Come on,
bad
20
goblin.
seconds. Come on,
Dude.
go.
Let's go,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, I can
Bad.
put on worse if you want. That's fine.
But why are they minioning
This is
into
so-
a big
come on.
dragon?
Yes.
I haven't played this game in
Misty,
5 years.
Misty
and
is
even I
so
know that's
confounded by these, or by what he's witnessing.
Jacob, why do you have a fucking Evo Royal Giant in Arena 7?
Aw,
How much you need to
DK.
I'm honestly so glad I don't
Yeah,
play this game anymore.
I won my one Clash Royale. Oh,
5-star?
okay.
Wait, what's the record on this? I know it's like a full catch, but what's
It's
the actual record?
0.797 by me.
Are we gonna evolution show?
Ready. Set.
Into cards.
Oh.
Go.
Okay.
Oh, too high.
200.
That's fine.
Son, Sahur. And you
Son,
lost
son.
the catch too. It's over. Retire.
It's over.
You're not
Alright.
getting this world record, are you?
What?
Go.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Frosty is dead.
What the fuck happened to Frostfire?
Ready.
The fact
Yeah,
someone took so many games off him,
Oh, yeah, I
that
got
someone
it.
is
Emo,
without
hell
shadow
yeah.
buttons.
Frostfire
It's
took a 20-minute break 3 minutes ago.
Match is postponed until tomorrow.
Son.
This could actually happen for some reason.
We should
Alright.
have played Sprawl like last time. This big of a break happened.
I was thinking about it. Oh, Frostfire, he's back. Holy.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
He's here.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Whoa! Okay.
Alright, lock in, Connie.
Bye bye.
Don't mute me. I can't mute. I'm in the middle of a Clash Royale match. Please, thank you.
Alright, bye.
Okay, where were we? Hillsborough?
Yeah, Hillsborough.
Fun time.
Frosty didn't look at the draft before he left.
Something tells me children are more important than the Marble Blast tournament draft.
Game 7 on Despair.
Frostfire takes
Oh,
out
just-
Bowl.
We're
Wow.
very likely seeing a pyramid now.
Wow. Good ban from Connie on the Blast Club. I feel like we might be seeing Pyramid or Outlook here.
I don't think it's a world in which Frostfire lets Outlook through even on ping advantage. Yep.
There it goes.
I don't know. I've never seen him not ban Pyramid either.
Going
So
to Pyramid.
Oh.
We're going to Vortex Effect. On
Okay,
ping
that's a bold pick.
disadvantage.
That's a bold pick. I'll let you guys take over.
yeah, Connie is going to have to hope that some of the mechanical woes that we saw at the start of the series from Frostfire persist now that we've seen him take a little bit of a break away from the game, but I don't think 30 minutes is going to be the end of the world for him. So it's going to take something special here for Connie, and she will have the opportunity to create distance for herself on this map. It is a square with a big hole in the middle, much like Cascade Falls. So if she goes to the other side of the map, there will be opportunities to try and cheese out a little bit of leads and keep the game close, but it's still going to be quite a lot. I mean, Frosty's already had a spectacular performance on Vortex Effect so far this tournament. What are you expecting from this one, DK?
It's tough. I definitely think Frostfire is in prime position to take this one. He's been ramping up as the series has gone on. Obviously, this break doesn't really help with that, but having ping advantage, having a very strong map for him, and seeing how he's been able to ramp up throughout the series, I think Frostfire is probably favored on this one.
Yeah, Frosty going to double back for the super speed, whereas Connie is going to route for the blast and the super speed. So actually better spawn routing for Connie. Let's see who can get over here, though.
Interesting line from Frostfire. Used the blast really early. I didn't know if he was going to be able to make it over, and yet he still does. He has the blast now. He can try to keep Connie. Connie uses it herself, but is not able to stop Frostfire from getting the yellow, and also falls off for himself.
So Connie can't get the yellow with that gyrocopter. He's going to do a good job on the rest of the spawn, but Blast is going to go over Frostfire. He uses it immediately. That's something we see Frosty do sometimes. And Connie, Frostfire in a great position for this spawn. Connie is nowhere.
Yeah, blasted Connie in the exact opposite direction of the spawn and had the super speed for himself. I don't think Connie had a power up on that last spawn. Very fortunate timing for Frostfire's Mega to run out is right as Connie was about to hit him.
Connie finally going to connect with the Mega, but the respawn is so good on that part of the map. They're going to blast each other. Connie gets a little bit better of this one, but it's already a 20-point lead in the first minute. Frostfire very comfortable on his server and his preferred map. It's one for Connie, but it's not really worth a whole lot.
I'm gonna go back and pick up the super speed. Frostfire has no power, but it's gonna spawn right next to him. Very fortunate for him.
Yeah,
He's gonna
gonna
go
have
and
time
grab
to
this.
pick up the super speed as well,
yeah.
so good on him to prep first. It's
Another repeat spawn. Connie gets the yellow, so she's gonna win that one by 2. Both are super speeding over, and a great blast sends a Frostfire away, and Connie gets the better respawn too. So that's gonna be this entire spawn going to Connie.
Within 15 now, which is something, but Connie needs to pull the trigger on the respawn abuse and doesn't go for it, and that's really going to be punishing. She would have been here first if she just was able to and willing to do that. But instead, she's going to be left with no super speed here. Frostfire picking that one up, and it's a good spawn to have the super speed, of course. Frostfire going to be there first.
Connie also has the blast to get up to the center, but also still kind of fumbles a little bit. And his Frostfire with another blast sends Connie away. Not the most impactful blast, but Frostfire able to secure both yellows on this one,
is
and
a
this has been
slaughter. This is really
absolutely
bad for
top.
Connie. Connie keeps picking up these last reds with no power up and having just expended her blast as well. It's dire straights, and she's gonna have to keep overextending herself now to have any chance in this game. Unfortunately, Frostfire is looking extremely comfortable. The blasts have been good, the mechanical play has been good, the prep has been good, and he is looking unstoppable so far.
Yeah, has the Mega Marble and the Super Speed going over to this spawn, picks up the blast on the way as well as Connie falls once again in another brutal blast from Frostfire.
Yeah. You can barely even say that one's worth it because he needed the blast to get over to the next spawn, but he's still going to make it there first.
It's going to route over for both yellows, giving Connie time to get one of the yellows, but I mean, it's such a big distance here in points that it's hard to say that that's going to end up mattering all that much.
Yeah, lead of 36 now for Frostfire. It doesn't really matter what he does at this point in the game.
He's got so many good and fortunate rebounds as well, or respawns as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's
even
part
when
of the
he
map
does
knowledge. He knows it very well.
Repeat spawn, Frostfire with the reverse super speed to get back to it, using the blast once again, sending Connie off, and this is just absolute demolition.
Diabolical stuff from Frostfire here. And, I mean, as the series has gone on, it's looked more and more like Frostfire is the better player. Connie's going to have to find something to turn this one around. She will get Game 8 on Divergence, so that will have to be good enough to try and do something, because this game is completely over.
Yeah. Frostfire stealing away power-ups as well. Took the gyrocopter and a good respawn for Frostfire as well. Connie gets him with the Mega Marble, and he's going to be in an awkward spot. But Connie, once again, an unforced error, falls off. And yeah.
Looking very uncomfortable on the map. Not really pulling the trigger properly with the super speeds. Not prepping for spawns. Not knowing the respawn abuse or being unwilling to do it. It's been a very, very big gap, and I guarantee you Pyramid would not have been this one-sided.
Yeah, definitely. It was a questionable pick from Connie for sure, but, you know, she had the potential to do well on it, but yeah, definitely wasn't able to execute, and Crossfire just played immaculately. Yeah, 48-point victory for Frostfire.
Complete slaughter in the reds and the yellows, and yeah, that was the kind of performance from Connie that looks like she's checked out of the series, so we're all going to be hoping to see something a little bit more competitive here. Let's see what the draft is going to bring for us, but first, Misty, you have anything to add about that performance there?
Yeah, one thing I will note, because you two didn't really mention it, you might have thought if you didn't mention it during the first minute or two of the game, I would have attributed about half of Frosty's lead. He was playing phenomenally, but in the first 2 minutes, I would have attributed about half of his lead to spawn luck. There were multiple points at which he just had a spawn directly on his dome, and there's not really much Connie could have done in that situation. But all in all, beyond those first 2 minutes, pretty much all of it was just pure skill. He, as you say, looked completely comfortable on the map. He was absolutely vicious with blasts. His kind of blasting style, I must say, I think it must be tilting in a way that nobody else's really is, just actively throwing you off when you have that much of a lead. And I must imagine that's going to have some impact on Connie's mental going forward, especially with this next draft. Oh boy.
Yeah, let's move on and talk about that one, because there's a lot here that I think Frostfire would be very comfortable with, especially his signature map of Sprawl. But, you know, given we're on Europe, there are some beacons of hope here for Connie. I think Frostfire are going to be forced to ban Gems Ahoy just because he hates the map so much. He says he's good at King of the Marble, but it's one thing to say you're good at King of the Marble and another to win it on 200 ping. So,
yeah, I think after his performance against ND on Sprawl, I don't think Connie would let that through. Really, it's going to come down to whether Connie feels Epicenter or Ziggurat, I'd feel.
Yeah, not to forget, Sprawl was also played in their regular season match, and it was one of the best Sprawl games we've ever seen from Frostfire. So,
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
looking
there's no
more than
universe.
warmed up enough to repeat that performance.
Yeah. If you're Connie, what would you prefer out of Epicenter and Ziggurat? Because those are the two where we're probably going to end up.
Yeah, I think both are about the same in terms of how much ping is going to have an impact. I think Frostfire is very good at Epicenter, though, in a way that I think Ziggurat, neither player really likes to play all that much. I mean, I'm guessing Frostfire has more total play time on it, but who knows how many years ago that was.
Ziggurat gets banned immediately.
Was that by Connie? Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Okay, I
all
don't
banned
know
by
if Connie
Connie.
can afford to be banning that. Yeah, it is going to be Epicenter now. And as expected, the two maps taken away by Frostfire are Gems Ahoy and King of the Marble. So I guess Connie got her pick between Ziggurat and Epicenter, and it's going to be Epicenter, but this is going to have to be very good by Connie. Again, this is the gyrocopter guy she's up against, and you really want to have that power up on this map in a lot of cases.
All right, match point for Frostfire, coming back from down 3-1 at one point in this series, has come back and won the last 3 games, has all the momentum in this series, is on ping disadvantage for this one, but kind of got to pick which one he wanted in the end, so, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all holding our breath here to see if Connie can turn something around, because it looks very dire if you look at the momentum swing in this series. Still a very good performance regardless of what happens now, but we're going to have to see a lot from her to turn this around.
Getting started on Epicenter. We have a spawn all the way across the map. See how they opt to route for it. Already diverging their paths.
Connie
not getting a power up.
Yeah, but Frostfire gonna fall off the rug, so a little bit of a mistake there. Connie gonna win the spawn. Gonna maybe chain the gyrocopter. Look at this. Let's see what Frostfire can do with it. It's gonna be an all red spawn next to Connie. So the power of chaining not gonna be rewarded this time.
Frostfire kind of going for an edge hit, trying to get up to the yellows, but that was almost never going to work. He has the gyrocopter to get to this one, and he's going to secure it all to himself, but it's kind of an awkward respawn.
Connie equalizes. Most important thing on the blues here is to make sure that if you're not going to get it, you need to get both of the yellows behind. And it's a blue right on top of Frostfire. He's going to be able to slow down and get the yellows as well. Completely dire for Connie, and there was really nothing she could have done about that one.
The only thing you really could have done, I guess, is since you know he's camping the blue, try not to create so much distance. But you know, it's so hard early in the match to think about something like that, especially if you're not trying to maintain a lead or.
Yeah, that spawn alone was a 10-point swing. This one's gonna be a little bit better for Connie. She's got a 1-point lead on the spawn, but they're really gonna just share all of that. So lead holding at 6 so far. Frostfire has a super speed compared to Connie's gyrocopter. We'll see if that makes a difference. Connie gonna do well to get all 3 of the yellows. Frostfire gonna settle for the rest, which is not worth as much, so small win for Connie there. Oh, nice spawn by Frostfire.
Yeah.
He stays on the little pyramid, and that's gonna be enough to get most of that.
Kind of a unfortunate time for Connie to go out of bounds. Couldn't really expect, could have maybe expected Frostfire to take that last red, but Connie maintaining the gyrocopter, able to go get at least one of these yellows. They're going to split those, but Connie with, I think, a slightly better respawn.
Slightly better respawn if you go out there first, and it's going to be cut down to 3 points.
Start waiting on the opposite side of the map with the super speed. I don't think he'll be able to rebound for these yellows. He does not, but Connie misses one.
Same rug mistake we saw from Frostfire earlier. That's going to give the yellow over to Frosty, but now there's a blue. Connie has a super jump. She can get it. And the yellow. So that's going to equalize the game almost. 1 point.
Excellent spawn for Connie there, holding the super jump. Able to get herself back into this game.
Yep, Connie gonna take the lower route. Doesn't actually opt to pick up the gyrocopter, so Frosty's super speed gonna be better here. But not the best line for Frostfire to capitalize. He's gonna actually go around here for some expireds, which is a really interesting choice. He's gonna spend his blast too, so let's see if that comes back to bite him.
He has a super speed. It's an awkward line. He can maybe go through for these 3 yellows, or 3 reds, but Connie getting the yellow, and still a 1-point game.
Yeah, super speed advantage here for Connie, so things looking good for her in that regard. And she has an
Never
opportunity to
met
hit the
blue.
blue. She bounces
She
over.
bounces over.
She bounces over, and that is something that can just happen to you on the rug. It's very easy. And that could be game, honestly, at the end with how close this has been. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. It's exactly the 5-point blue lead. It would have swung the other way. We have another blue. Frostfire with the super speed. He lands it. Of course he does. And Connie going to get a worse respawn. They're going to have to split some of these yellows. And the lead now up to 9.
Absolutely devastating sequence of events for Connie there. Great super speed and super jump chain to get the blue from Frostfire. They're both going to go for respawns. Connie gets the slightly better one, I think.
Oh, blue here.
The
Blue
next
opportunity
blue comes.
for Connie.
There's a super speed, right?
They share. Oh,
Super
Frostfire
jump.
doesn't get it somehow. But he does stay on to rebound and get the yellow. So it's actually nothing lost by Frost.
Connie gonna get these last reds. Kind of opts for the one on the outside rather than pulling inside.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be further away from the rest of the spawn. It's still a 10-point game.
Another blue right in line of Frostfire. He's going to nail that one. He has been so controlled and accurate. Compare that to Connie, who again just overshoots the edge there. She is not composed like we saw at the start of the series, and she is now paying the price for it. She's going to have to pick up absolutely every gem from here.
This kind of spawn is not what you want to see if you're trying to make a comeback with only 30 seconds left. You want to see some blues. You want to be able to get it with a blue snipe. But again, another all-red spawn in the center here. It's very hard to make a distance.
Speed. Yeah, she's not going to be able to get anything with that. Frost, of course, going to let the clock run. It's a 12-point lead. There's nothing that Connie can do, and that is going to be it. Yeah, this spawn just not going to be worth enough. The Mega Launch not going to connect either. So on ping disadvantage, Frostfire is able to get it done, winning 4 in a row. And you have to say it was that one blue for Connie that just couldn't stick the landing to decide this game and give it to Frost.
Excellent series from Frostfire. You see the 5-2 on blues definitely decided this game, and well played from Frostfire to come back in this series.
Yeah, I'm looking a little bit out of sorts at the start of that one, but completely came back and rocketed up. I mean, lost only Triumvirate in the middle on ping disadvantage, but other than that, basically won 5 in a row to bring that one back and secure his place in the finals.
See if we can get him in for an interview. Otherwise, welcome Connie.
Hello.
GG, well played.
While we're waiting, there is one quick analysis point I would want to make there, because Frosty did something very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually going to pull my stream for this, because it is probably easiest for me to demonstrate using that. So, Epicenter is a map where usually you default in the middle with a super speed, right? You have lines on all the blues, it's very, very good. But, Frostfire incorporated a strategy there that is reminiscent of what Icarus does, where he will default accounting for swings in luck. Instead of defaulting in the middle, this is a really awkward spawn to demonstrate it. He was defaulting here, near the wave, with the super speed, with lines on this blue, immediately. If that spawns as it did in the game when he was here, instant 10-point swing. You have line on the blue up there, there's a line there, and you have the super speed into super jump chain here, which is very, very strong. There are still spawns where your opponent is more than likely going to win. If this blue spawns and they have a super speed, you're probably not getting it, unless you do some crazy super speed, super jump chain.
Which I think Frostfire did do during this game.
Yeah.
He did a super speed and super jump chain to get to the opposite blue.
Yep.
Something like this. Oop, that would have hit.
Very impressive from what he did.
That was great. I haven't ever seen anyone else do that. Like, everyone else camps here. Camps right here. And I think that is something that people should really consider going forward, because this default over here, just, to me, this just seems better. Like, you have a line here.
Now that there's no
spawns 6
blue in the
points.
center.
Yeah. This is just, in my opinion, better, and Frosty absolutely capitalized on that. I would argue that was pretty much the whole difference. Just that one decision-making point from him.
Not to brag, but that's the icky default actually.
Is it?
This is a better
It
default
is.
than the middle, right? Yeah.
This
I
always
didn't know that. I never go for that default.
Woof, Ikura.
It's nope, I have not really seen anyone do that. If Icky, that is your default, then good job figuring that out. I think that's just another case of you playing the luck very, very well with your strategy.
Copyrighted and patented and whatever.
Yeah.
Icky
We
default.
should move on to the actual interview now. Just wanted to get out there because that was really interesting. That's probably the most interesting thing I've seen all match. So I will leave that there. Interview time.
Yeah, let's talk to Connie while we have her here. I mean, obviously we did during the middle of the match, but it really felt like from the time Frostfire got back, he had all the momentum on his side. So how did that kind of translate for you in the games?
I mean, Vortex Effect was kind of just a disaster all around. I don't really know what to talk about there. I feel like all the spawns are just kind of, outside of where I could get to them, in efficient time. Maybe I also just had a few fumbles. It's not my best map. It's actually, I think, one of my lower end maps. Like, I'm not really good at it. Yeah, I definitely felt like my momentum kind of died off. But, I still tried my best. I think I still put up a fight, even at that. What else can I say? Epicenter, he just played better. I only now learn about the better default instead of just going right in the middle and like that little rug nipple.
Tell us about the blue with the rug that you overshot. Did that,
Oh my
did that get to you?
God.
Because it felt like a huge momentum swing in the game. It was pretty even before that.
After that, I was kind of like, it's over. There's no way I can get to it before him. And I just kind of, yeah, it kind of got to me, but I wouldn't say that I completely fell apart. I still tried to pull it back, even with the momentum shift. It just didn't end up working out.
Mm-hmm. What was your kind of experience playing a full best of 9 here? I mean, it's been almost 2 hours since we started recording. Do you feel like that was a new experience for you?
It's interesting. I think I've played one other best of 9 at some point, and it also ended up in a 5-3. It does kind of, it did kind of tire me down a little bit more than, best of 7. Obviously, there's more games. But I felt okay. I mean, I haven't played the best of 9 in so long, so it's interesting to re-experience that.
DK or Missy on anything?
I do have a question, actually. Connie, between Epicenter and Ziggurat, I think Epicenter is pretty widely known as a map that Frostfire is just phenomenal on. Ziggurat, I know, is not particularly an exciting map for anybody, but I feel like it might be one of those cases where you're just picking a map that Frostfire probably isn't as good at. So you have the choice between those two, and you went with Epicenter.
There's an element of how I feel when going to a map. Like on Ziggurat, I don't feel good. I do not feel in my element on Ziggurat at all, even if Frostfire is also not as good on it as he is on Epicenter. At least on Epicenter, I feel like I can also, play better than on Ziggurat. So there's that element that also came into me getting rid of Ziggurat. Obviously, I know that Frostfire is really good at Epicenter, but I didn't want to go into a map that I knew I wasn't confident on.
And then Pyramid versus Vortex Effects. I think, especially Vortex Effect for a map that's so easy to mess up on. How much time you can lose, how much of a spawn you can lose from just falling off. And I guess Pyramid can be sort of the same way with just being stuck on the wrong side of the mountain thing. But kind of between those two, I think there were some people who were saying that Pyramid would have been the better choice. So between those two for you?
Maybe. I mean, now that I look at it in retrospect, maybe Pyramid would have been better. But in the moment, I thought I was like, I'm on ping disadvantage, and Pyramid is, I'm pretty sure, genuinely my worst map, like in the entire pool. or very close to it at least.
Yeah, fuck
I
that
do
map.
not-
That's fair. That's so fair.
Yeah, I do not know how to play it, and I don't like it. I just view it as the nipple map. So no, I was like, I'm gonna try on Vortex
Yeah,
Effect.
our interpretation was you were on ping disadvantage anyway. At least on Pyramid, you can kind of gamble on the spawns, whereas Vortex is a known, very difficult matchup. But yeah, if you didn't want to play it, then you didn't want to play it.
Yeah. Well, now I know. Obviously, after getting beaten by
48
What was it?
points.
Yeesh. Oh well.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
This is your best tournament finish ever. So I'm sure you were happy about giving Frostfire, basically the hardest fight of anyone this tournament. Obviously, Misty also was able to take 3 games off of him. But how do you feel about your overall performance, and how do you feel like you're going to be able to build on that going forward for future tournaments?
I feel very good. I am third. I'm basically above everyone except you and Frostfire, who are like the top two. Yeah. But no, I feel very good. I feel good about this match too. I went into it with the mindset that even if I lose, I will have my best tournament finish ever, and I just overall feel like I've improved a lot. So there's nothing that I could feel bad about, even if I lost, even if I got swept. But now, especially that I gave him quite a bit of a fight, barring Vortex Effect. I feel even better, honestly. I feel very proud of myself. I feel like I've surprised myself a lot. And for future tournaments, um, I will have to see how I can build on top of what I already have. I do want to get better, maybe at melee, and I want to see how I can be better in ping disadvantage. Because if I can improve my overall skill on ping disadvantage, then I'm not going to be known as the Queen of Nuremberg, or just the Queen of Nuremberg, and I'll be able to actually provide more fights more consistently outside of EU ping. And I feel like that could be an asset for future tournaments, and maybe it could bump me up in skill quite a bit. But yeah, no, I feel very good. Even if I lost, I feel amazing. it's it's very hard to put into words, but yeah.
Yeah, we're also all quite happy for you that you were able to give us a good show here. 8-game series is definitely not a very common one to see, so that was a lot of fun, especially with the new draft format. It does look like Frostfire is going to grace us with his presence here for an interview, so
let's go.
We'll wait for that.
We shall wait for that. And in the meantime, I'll go drink some water.
He says he's on his way.
Oh my god. We're
That's
gonna
weird.
have Fossey.
Can Robert confirm how Fozzie is pronounced? Is it Fozy or Foozy or Fozzie?
Awesome. Cool.
Where's Big Rob?
Big Rob, he's here. Give us an answer.
He's typing.
We finally get an answer. Posey.
Fossey.
Fozy.
I always pronounce it as Fossey.
I always thought Fossey as well.
Yeah, no, Fossey is how I'd pronounce it if
Fossey.
it was a Romanian word. Fossey. Fossey. Fossey, yeah.
Freddy Fozbear.
Foss.
Father. La 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 la.
Do la la la. La la la. La 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 la.
Do the la 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 la.
Oh my god, it's
He is
Fossey.
here.
He is here.
Fozy.
He's here. Welcome,
Posey.
Frostfire. Congratulations on your win in the lower bracket finals. You've now won a trip to the grand finals to play your rematch against Shadow Visions. How are you feeling?
Pretty tired. Very good. I'm glad that I get to rematch with Shadow. That will be a lot of fun. I was really hoping that I would win this to get that game for sure.
Yeah, so how are you feeling in this series? It obviously it looks like you started out kind of slow in the first few games, went down 3-1 in the series or 1-3 in the series, and then came back and won it. How was your feeling as the series progressed?
Yeah, my performance was definitely a linear, a linear curve. Um, I thought Triumvirate was Connie's best game, actually. I mean, it's hard to tell exactly what the other player is doing, as we know, but by the time we got to Triumph, I was playing really well, and I kind of just got shut down on it after the blue. Um, but by the end, I was playing quite well. That was a very, very good performance for me on, I would say, narrows onward. Um, I thought maybe I was going to lose after the first two. That was pretty rough. And I mean, the margins were not close on Apex. That was just
did you
nasty.
feel
What was it?
it was 13-3 on Blues.
13-3.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, not much else to say, is there, about that one? I don't know
No.
if anyone's put up those kind of numbers against you before, so everyone was going
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. Every super speed I used was just terrible, and every blue was gone in a flash. Kind of was just on it instantly. So that was a rough one.
I wanted to ask if you feel like not playing any warm up affected you, because normally your strategy is only playing 1 or 2 games before the series, but this is obviously a longer best of 9.
Yeah, I think it was more just my general energy level than it was warm up. I mean, the match spanned like an hour and 20 minutes, which is enough time. I was tired at the start of the match, and I was much less tired later on. So that was the performance from my perspective, at least. I thought. I don't know as far as the warm up goes. I find sometimes I play better without warming up, but sometimes I don't.
Yeah, Tilo, I would say, looked pretty rough from both of you, but obviously she got a lot more comfortable starting on Apex.
Yeah,
I
the
think there were
blast
nerves from her on the first game too.
from Connie. Yeah, that makes sense.
One
There was
notable
someone. Go ahead.
one notable thing about the series is that the two maps that had not been picked throughout the entire tournament so far, Fractured Islands and Marble Land, were picked in this series, and you won both of them. What was your thoughts on those matches?
I think they were both on Hillsborough. Is that right? I know
Yeah, they
Fractured was
were.
on Hillsborough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had played Connie on Fractured once on a Europe server, and I played basically flawlessly and lost by like 5 or 10. So I really think that one is, if both players play well, someone has to make a mistake for the better ping player to lose on Fractured. It's just too difficult to make it up. Marble End, I did really well. I thought there were a couple of spawns where Connie got lost. I thought I was positioned excellently. There was the opening blue too that Connie went over, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
And
that was
I got
definitely a
couple
rough
of,
momentum point for her.
yeah, and I got that difficult blue in the small triangle from reasonably far away, which was a satisfying turn in the game for me too.
Okay, well, tell me about the break that happened. You know, the game was 3-3, and you were gone for half an hour. Were you thinking about the game or the draft during that time? How did it really change how you played once you came back?
I had not been thinking about the draft. I didn't even look at the maps actually before the break. My assistance was required pretty imminently. um, it definitely was a little bit of a mental reset. I didn't know whether it would be or not. I thought honestly it might make me more tired, but I definitely came back with more energy afterward. And Vortex just started well, and I don't know. That's a good combination to have a break and then a good start. It's really good for the mental game. I felt bad for Connie though. It's not fun to pause the game like that. I was really glad that I had won Narrows. I would have felt awful if I had lost Narrows and then chucked the series up right afterwards.
Yeah.
All right, so going into the grand finals versus Shadow Visions, what are your thoughts on that series, and what do you think you need to improve on in order to actually get the victory against him?
Well, last time the game that we just played was the first time really that I had gone into a match feeling like I wasn't the favorite. And I would say it's similar here. I feel like it's kind of I would say maybe a 60-40 split around those is how I feel about the chances in favor of Shadow. I think that I regret not choosing Marble City over Parpet in that match. I was trying to be too fancy, and it sounded like the better pick to me because he would be weaker on it, and should have just gone with the map that I wanted to play more myself. So I'll probably be more likely to do that in the grand final, and it'll just be exciting to have another game because I feel like this last one was the first time that we had played where we were both at full strength because the series that I won 3-2 last year, Shadow was like kind of just getting up to that top level that he's at now. He wasn't really there yet. And the one that we played earlier in the Swiss, not the Swiss, but the regular season this year, I was really not very present for. It was just a blowout, and my performances were quite poor. So it'll be nice to have another genuine matchup between us where hopefully we can both play well.
Great. On the Parpet one specifically, I remember getting completely owned by you in a practice game we played, so I was wondering if that subliminally influenced you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that if we had played a couple of practice games and you had won them, I would have definitely gone with Marble City. I was not feeling super technically confident at the moment, which was part of what influenced me on Marble City, because I have to be spot on to be able to compete on a map that has so many combat elements around it. And I wasn't feeling it when the draft was just Marble City Parpet. It felt like it was going to be not a super technically sound game for me. And for some reason, I thought that Parpet would be the better option because you would be weaker on it. But you played really well in that game. Honestly, the gap could have been a little bit wider, but you really struggled in the tornado, which was funny.
Yeah, not surprising for me. But yeah, it'll be an interesting dynamic, especially with the maps that you won in our series being Fun in the Sun and Sacred and nothing else. So I'm very curious to see how that evolves going forward.
Indeed, I'm looking forward to it. It should be I'll be at least fairly happy as long as it's a good match, either way. So
yeah, I think the last couple finals have been pretty one-sided, right? So hopefully
yeah,
it's a good
hopefully we can
opportunity.
deliver better than that.
Any other questions from anyone in the call? All right. Well, thank you so much for playing. Congratulations to Frostfire, and we will see you all for the grand finals. GG.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Good games, Connie.
Good games.